What's up guys, Revolution here today. Going to be bringing you my search and destroy class setup. This class setup will include perks, attachments, um, specialist streaks, characters, all that fun stuff, personal classes that I use for game battles, and just regular search and destroy on pubs and whatnot. So let's get started. First, I want to jump into the character. As you can see, my character, he's or she. Well, first let's start off with gender. If you think about it, when doesn't matter pretty much what character you use. There's no like spongy character or something like that. But if you think about it, if you're, you know, male, and say you have, a big ad. Let me find the biggest uniform here. Let's just go with this one. Say you're just running around with here, and you have, a big body profile. To me, that just is gonna make you easier to kill. I mean, you can go and you can use the ghillie suit, which is fine. I mean, that kind of has its own little benefits to it, like laying down on certain maps. It's kind of hard to see people with it on, but anyway, I like to use the smaller profile. I like to use a female character. Um, for the head, I don't know why I use this mask. I think it just kind of throws people for a loop. Like they don't. I don't know. I just like it, to be honest with you. Uh, and pretty much the uniform, I try to stay with the Federals. The Federals are pretty good. Pretty switch them up every now and then. I like using this one sometimes. But I like to stick to the Federal, and there's another one on here that's pretty good too. Like this one isn't that bad, but I like the Federal mainly because a lot of these maps, like the tan, it could blend in a little bit. I mean, not too much, but pants and whatnot. But all right, enough about that character. Just keep in mind, the smaller you make your character and the skinnier you make your character, like when you go to like strafe back and forth, it's gonna be like if you use the big character, if you're strafing, like, you know, it's not gonna take that long to get to your strafe, to the end of your strafe and back. So if you use a smaller character, it's wider. I don't know. Just throw you for a loop. Maybe it change your mind. But alright, let's get into the classes. So the first class setup I have is kind of like my rush class. I only really use this to get to where I want to go, and then I change my class real quick. My dog is chewing on my toes. But yeah, I only really use this class to mainly get to where I need to go and then switch to my other class real quick. But sometimes I do use this class if I'm rushing or whatnot. I got the MTAR with the muzzle brake and the foregrip. That seems to be the best setup for this weapon right here. It's a good weapon. It's probably my favorite SMG. I'm more of an AR player, but we'll get more into that. No secondary, don't really need it. No lethals, no tacticals on this class. And then we have ready up, agility, marathon, steady aim, dead silence, and focus. Now in search and destroy, dead silence is a must. Stay away from quick draw, because with agility and marathon, pretty much you're sprinting everywhere, so your weapon's gotta pretty much act like a quick draw, and it's only 1 point, so that's where it goes in. That's where quick draw comes in. It's pretty much like quick draw, but you don't need to spend the 3 points to get it. And then I got steady aim because it is an SMG, and 80% of the time you do hit fire with this weapon. Well, at least I do. And then focus. It reduces the sway of the aim down sights and reduces your flinch when you get hit. So that's always good to have. Alright, for the strike package, I use specialists. Now if you're wondering why I only have the first specialist perk, the ICU, is pretty much because the other ones, like um, like say if I were to put on Stalker and Deadeye, then I would get all those bonus perks at 15 kills. Now if I took off Deadeye and Stalker, I would get them at 8 kills. Now if you're playing GB, even on Team Ladder, it's gonna be kind of difficult to get those 8 kills. But I mean, if you could do it, awesome. But that's pretty much what I go through. You know, I don't really need. You know, there's no way that you're gonna get 15 kills to get those bonus perks. But so that makes it the easiest as possible. All right. So that's my pretty much run and gun class. Next, let's move on. This is just pretty much the standard submachine gun class. You know, same goes as first class, muzzle brake, foregrip, but this time I had added a concussion, ready up, steady aim, quick draw, and dead silence and focus. So I did add quick draw for this one, just because it's not my rush SMG class. So I went ahead and I added quick draw in there, and in the strike package I got ICU with sleight of hand, marathon, tac resist, and blast shield. Alright, and then this one is it's the same exact thing, but instead I added a smoke, just in case, you know, you always want to have those different options. Maybe you don't need a different gun, but you know, either you're trying to cross and you need that cover, then that's what I use that for. And then I think the only thing I changed was I took out steady aim and I added on marathon, so that when I do throw the smoke I could get across, you know, all that good stuff. Alright, now let's get into my ARs. My first is I got the AK-12. It's by far my favorite AR. I know a lot of people like the Remington and even the SC2010, I believe. But you know, when I first got this game, I started off with the AK-12 and I just stuck with it and I like it. Alright, and then with this one I got the FMJ and the foregrip. No sights because the AK-12's iron sights are perfect. No need for those. And then I got a concussion. Then I got ready up, agility, quick draw, dead silence, and focus. Pretty standard AR setup for your perks. And then the same strike package. So I got ICU and sleight of hand, marathon, tac resist, blast resist. Next, I got pretty much the same setup, except for this one I use the tracker sight with the smoke grenade. So pretty much, if you could pretty much throw a smoke out and stand in the middle of the map, and you know, be able to see enemies that cross or whatever. So and they can't see you, not unless they have a tracker sight as well. But I have a class that will cover that too. So pretty much you use the smoke as cover, and then you can go out into open areas and try to pick people off with your tracker sight. And then also, you know, what I like about the tracker sight is that you can disable it and then have another iron sight with it. So that's another useful tip. Strike, pretty much ready up, agility, quick draw, dead silence, and focus. Pretty basic, same stuff pretty much. Those are, you know, really good perks that go with it. And strike package, I think I added marathon, steady aim, what is that? Takedown and resilience. Pretty much, you don't really have to worry about those too much, especially with S&D. But I threw those in there because they are good. They are good search and destroy perks if you ever get them. And yeah, alright, so my last class is going to be the AK-12 with another tracker sight, but the big difference about this one is I added on Incog. Here, I'll just read it for you. resistance to targeting systems, including recon, thermoscope, tracker sight, and motion sensor. So pretty much, if somebody's trying to find you through smoke, they aren't going to be able to see you with their tracker sight or thermal, and that's a big help. So if you're playing search and destroy and you're playing against people that do use thermals, like in the previous round or something, you could throw on this class and, you know, they won't be able to see you with it anymore. So that pretty much turns their thermal and useless. And same strike package, you know, sleight of hand, marathon, steady aim, and the other two. And basic perks, quick draw, dead silence, and keep in mind the incog, that's the only thing I changed, and focus. Focus is like a must when you're using an AR, like no fail must. And quick draw also with ARs, because if you're going up against an SMG player, you're gonna want that extra quickness to drawing your weapon and aiming down at them. And then also weapon skins, you know, I like this one for the SMGs. I like these for my ARs, you know, nothing special, you know, it doesn't help me at all. That's just what I prefer. But that pretty much covers it. I'm thinking I'm gonna do another video of what I use for chem strikes. I've gotten a couple so far, and this class is really beast, so stay tuned for that video. But that's pretty much gonna wrap it up, guys. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more, and all that good stuff. Check out the links below. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitch. I stream a lot. And yeah, so I'm going to hop off, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.